So, alright, so first and foremost, when I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash. We say that when a person elders have been our teachers, our person in truth, and when says politicians, so the arguments, pushing the word and no truth, and sincerely, day in and day out, and a constantly in season and season with the shalom. Once again, going into our video here, and it's basically touching upon, how this place is, how they want to make this place into a cashless society, which would eventually go down to what? To the MOTB, right? Because right now you're using cash to buy, to sell, to trade, to do these things. You're using cash, you're using a paper dollar, and eventually they want to get rid of that. And what they want to do is to bring something to replace the cash, which we know which will go into what? The microchip, right? But so I want to touch on today. This is two articles here, right? This is two articles from Trinidad, right? From the island here, and it's going into our Prime Minister talking about making the country into a cashless system, right? So as it says here, Rowley looks forward to TNT going cashless. It says PM admits to being afraid of using ATMs. Now the second article is where I want to touch upon. Now before I go into the article, I'd like to bring forth the scripture. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 39 verse 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. And that is where to do with to be occupied in prophecies, because we're seeing the prophecies happening, we're seeing the things taking place, we're seeing what is coming and so forth. And these things here is going into what? A major prophecy. So we have to be occupied in the prophecies. Many people outside here, they don't even realize what it is coming, or what it is going to happen, because they're not occupied in the prophecies, they're not occupied in the law of the Most High and so on. So they lost, and they're gonna be caught up with this, and don't realize the kind of wickedness that the leaders, that the leaders have them going through. Now let me bring that scripture. Right? I'm gonna go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So the scripture is telling you one time. So the leaders of this people cause them to err. You understand? And it say, and they that are led of them are destroyed. They that are led of, say the blind lead the blind, and both shall will fall into a ditch. But the scripture is telling you, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. They that are led of them are destroyed, because you're seeing the part that the leaders carrying on these people too. Because hey, on the island here, Jakes love Rowley. You understand? Love Rowley. They love him. And he's a wicked Jake. Any brothers who live in here can tell you that he's a very wicked Jake. He don't even care about his own. You understand? But there's one of them wicked Jakes, who in that high position, talking about a cashless, and that's what, and I said that's why I want to touch more into the second article, where it says PM admits to being afraid of using ATMs. So it says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So these people that highly holding up this man, being led by this man, you're going to be destroyed with him, because the path that he's going to carry all down is not a righteous path, right? Especially what it is he want to do here, which is bringing a cashless system, which is eventually going to bring in what? The chip, right? So going into the article here now, it's a, while the article loading, I've done about 3 videos this week touching upon the chip, going into different articles, right? And this is to show you what the reason why we're supposed to be occupied in prophecies, because so much information and so much things coming out about a cashless society, so much things coming about chipping and so forth right now. So much countries, so much organizations, so much businesses, the banks, Elon Musk, as you can see here, a prime minister, many other prime ministers follow in suit as well. You understand? Talking about bringing the country to become more cashless, right? So it's a PM admits to being afraid of using ATMs, right? And this is a prime minister. He not going by ATM, but you understand how it is he trying to lead it simple as straight. You understand? Talking about admits to being afraid. He not going. These men on the these prime ministers and so forth. They don't go in no ATM for themselves. They don't Matter of fact, they don't do anything for themselves. They being drive around, everything being paid for. You understand? They have to pay no bills and so on. So you talk about being afraid of ATMs, right? No, no. On the island, crime is very high. And we expect that. We in those end of times. Those the kind of things that would be. But him being a leader talking about using being afraid to use it is just going into how the crime situation is, and talking about being afraid to use a ATM. Because why? Because what you're trying to make it sound like is that, okay, if this place become cashless, you wouldn't be afraid to use the ATM because you wouldn't have no need to go in the ATM. You understand? That is what he's trying to put forth here. You don't understand what it is he's trying to do, right? That is what the scriptures say. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Right? This is what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it seem like, I'm afraid to go in the ATM, crime high. So if I make it cashless, or they wouldn't have to worry about going and take out your money in the ATMs and so forth. And the thing about it, if you go and actually look up what is happening around the world with banks, they're removing ATMs in certain places. You have to go directly into the bank, or you have to deal with online, or you have to become cashless. And this is what he's trying to do, right? So it's a Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley delivers an address at the Coroner's Police Youth Club at Homework Center yesterday. It's a Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley wants Trinidad and Tobago to become a cashless society as his government forges ahead with its digital transformation plans. It's a process he wants to see speed up, as he expects it will help deter criminals, and that is what I'm telling you. The crime so high, and again, these men, they set up to do these things. Why you feel crime so high as well? These men doing these things because why? They have an agenda to complete. They have something to fulfill, which is to bring in this thing. Scripture said to be occupied in prophecies. You know, watch where it is taking place, right? So going back into the just I want to bring a scripture here, but I'm gonna go back into the article. It say speaking at the Coroner's Police Youth Club at Homework Center yesterday, Rowley said, "I look forward to the day when the Trinidad and Tobago will move towards being a cashless society, and that will have a tremendous effect on our productivity, increase our security, reduce criminal conduct, and put us alongside the best in the world." Say, hey, that is the same thing we just be saying in videos. Even in the past videos, I mentioned that as well. They will make it seem so nice there because that is what they want to do. They want to be able then soothing words to catch what the catch is simple. Understand? And that is what they'll do. People here in a cashless society, more security, more this, more that. When they themselves had the power to bring more security without doing this. But again, the agenda to be fulfilled, and that going into what prophecy. So the prophecy is going to be fulfilled, right? Right. So it's yet even as he sees this development for the country, Dr. Rowley, whose information was recently dumped on the dark web by hackers who breached TSCT's system, admitted to having his own reservations for using ATMs. "I could tell you that I never use or withdrawn from an ATM." So you see that, like I mentioned before, he don't care about no ATM. And so not because I don't know that it's there, but maybe it's because I've come too far or to trust it, he said. And so you see how it is he trying to make it seem like them words, trying to make it, trying to catch all it. You understand? And that is what he would do. He would catch you simple, right? He said there have been several incidents this year in which people were robbed of hundreds of thousands of dollars after making withdrawals at the ATMs. And who know? You're just saying this and talking this, you're encouraging it as well, because matter of fact, you're is a big encourager of it, because you're doing this so people could feel, you know what, he's talking about a cashless system, we should accept that. That is what they're doing. You see, that is why the people on the island say the criminals are funded by the government. And you can literally see it with some of the statements he's making here. Because why? They have an agenda to fulfill. Right? So I wouldn't go into the rest, but it's just basically going into how some people are job, right? But you get the gist of what you want to do. Become more cashless. This is the times that we're coming into. Right? This time we're coming to the prophecy is playing out, yo. The prophecy is playing out. Right? Prophecy is playing out. And soon we will see who for the Lord and who not for the Lord. Because when these things change, you know what is coming right after it? The chip. You would have to have that one particular thing to buy or sell. To be in that cashless society. Right? Hey, but take warning, take heed. Know what it is going on around you. And know what it is coming. So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Machagadash. We said, I'm apostles and elders agree, most and well teachers the apostles and the truth. And we say salutations to all the icons, pushing the wood and not truth. And sincerely, day and day out, and constantly in season and season, we say, Shalom.